Well, a local amputee is feeling less pain, and it's all thanks to your compassion and a local man's help. This follow-up on Scott Decker is Positively Milwaukee.
Cut 5. Thank you. Could I have the other 5? Thank you.
This was a story that pulled at your hearts. Back in February, we introduced you to Scott Decker, an amputee who got tired of living off Social Security and went back to work.
Sitting on your butt all day long, doing nothing, watching soap operas or what have you, it gets boring after a while.
But Scott Decker had a problem. His artificial leg was falling apart, and it was very painful.
I wake up in the morning, I put my leg on, and I take a step, and I just want to fall over. That's how bad it hurts.
Scott wore this prosthetic device for 3 years, and he says the last year when it started to fall apart was the most excruciating. Decker could not afford a new prosthesis and thought his insurance would not cover it, so he tried to fix it himself.
When I found out that the socket was cracked this summer, I was like, oh my goodness, what do I do?
When I first told you about Scott Decker, dozens of you called me wanting to help, and one of those people came from right here, Actor Rehabilitation Associates. John Mooney is a certified prosthetist and orthotist. He discovered crucial information regarding Decker's health plan.
It turned out that in the process of our normal business operations, we always verify coverage. He did have an insurance card, and he did have some coverage for the prosthesis.
Insurance covered 80% of Scott's new leg. Actor picked up the other 20%.
I'm very grateful to John, and I appreciate the footwork that he had done to get it going.
And Decker is touched at the support he got from TMJ4 viewers. Were you surprised that so many people were interested in you?
I was shocked, you know, when I mean, I was like, there for a while you were calling me up like every 3 days, and you were like, Scott, somebody wants to help. Scott, somebody wants to help. And I was overwhelmed.
As a daddy's helper, aren't you?
And today, Scott feels like a new man. He's no longer in agony when he's playing with his beloved Annie, and he is touched that so many in Milwaukee have the compassion to care.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're all human beings. We have to watch out for each other.
Carol Meekins and Positively Milwaukee did something for me that I really didn't think was possible.
And thanks to all of you who called. You know, some people are still calling Scott and actually checking up on him. And Mike, by the way, his new leg, he really did not have the money. Thank God that some insurance paid for it, because it ended up costing $17,000, something that he would not have been able to have.
Well, I know that originated with a phone call that came to you, and you
from
got
his neighbor, actually.
And you got our viewers involved, and our viewers are happy to help a guy like Scott.
And they kept calling, wanting the update, so we wanted to have it for you.
Very nice.
Well, a Milwaukee couple has lived more than 9 decades. However, they are still making a difference. Their hobbies and their passion for life are Positively Milwaukee. It's a love story and a toy story. Bill and Sylvia Kane have been married for 71 years.
That don't happen every day.
They're in their 90s, but their zest for life is young.
Put it on here and trace it with some and then cut it.
She's 95, he's 94. Both stay active with their hobbies. Sylvia's specialty, teddy bears. Bill's woodworking. Sylvia recycles fur coats into plush, cuddly animals.
It's a good hobby to have.
Over the years, Sylvia has made more than 300 teddy bears.
But when I put it together and they come back, I can see the smile on their face. I know they like it. They love them.
And what's really fantastic is that all of these bears really have a story. These 2 bears came from a fur coat that was owned by Sylvia's mother. And Sylvia has never accepted money for her bears. They go to friends, family, or they're raffled off to raise money for St. Coletta Day School. Kids adore them.
Oh, I'm real happy to see that they like them, and they treat them like a doll. But when they go someplace, they put a blanket on them to keep the bear warm, and they're hugging them all the time, and they just love them.
Bill's craftsmanship can be seen in these wooden horses and doll cradles. Perfect homes for his wife's little teddy bears. They make him feel
Relaxed, swear once in a while if it goes too wrong.
but usually things go just right. Look at this grandfather clock and replica of his dad's 120-year-old cradle. This has got to be an important family heirloom.
Oh, yes, yes.
Sylvia and Bill have 4 grown children, and they're proud of their parents. Mom and Dad are thrilled to leave their offspring a legacy.
I think they think of it as something that their grandpa made, something that they can hang on to, show people. And I wasn't just sitting on my but all the time.
And maybe the secret to a happy life is finding someone you love, something you like to do, and sharing it with others.
This way here, I keep out of my wife's hair, and she's satisfied.
Is that the secret to a happy marriage?
Oh, yes, I think so.
The Canes creations are simple reminders that toys are not just for the young, but for the young at heart.
Keep your hands busy. Keep yourself thinking.
And keep your heart filled with love. Don't you have to love them?
What a cute
And
couple.
can you believe they're in their 90s? And look
Yeah.
at this. I got a little cute little teddy bear.
Very
and this is
nice.
like the original recyclable. Isn't that beautiful?
Very
I
accurate.
feel very honored to have been
Yeah.
given one. The Canes, by the way,
Excellent.
have 8 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. Now, aren't they wonderful?
Yeah, married more than 70 years.
What an inspiration.
Good for them.
Well, for more good news, go to my blog at today'stmj4.com, and I'll share some of the good news that's happening in our area.